The thing is, me and Kyle are kind of, together.
Oh.
Yeah, he's my man.
I love South Park. It's one of my top favorite shows of all time, and it's one of the only shows that I've rewatched in full multiple times. The only other shows that I've watched until they were committed to my memory are BoJack Horseman and Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Both adult animation, I might add, in addition to South Park being an adult animation. Might be a little bit of a theme there. But I'm very close to adding Our Flag Means Death to that list because there's no way that I could possibly ever get enough of it. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, you're missing the fuck out. I'm just putting that out there. But for today, I want to talk about something other than gay pirates. I know, surprising. And that is gay paper cutout children. Please don't cancel me. I'm not famous yet. Now, South Park gets ripped on a lot for being a show that supposedly discourages people from caring about social issues. And I just want to say that anybody who holds that belief has either never bothered to watch the show or they have no idea what nuance means. South Park not only very clearly cares about social issues, but it's also excellent at providing middle ground arguments through purely satirical means.
I learned that I better get used to having to pick between a douche and a turd sandwich because it's usually the choice I'll have.
He's going to vote!
It's also the only show I know of to bother correcting itself and admitting to being wrong in the past.
What do you kids think we should do to stop Man-Bear Pig?
Yeah, Mr. Gore, my dad's a geologist, and he said that Man-Bear Pig probably isn't in Colorado.
Everyone wants to use the fear of a man-bear pig to get what they want. So they throw around bad science, bad taxidermy. People coming out of the woodwork are now experts on the subject.
But 100%, one of my favorite themes that South Park covers is LGBT culture. As a queer person myself, I absolutely love South Park's surprisingly in-depth exploration of homosexual relationships. I mean, Tweek and Craig are unironically one of my favorite canonically gay couples in media. Mr. Garrison is one of the most dynamic and complicated queer characters to probably ever exist, according to my humble opinion. And Big Gay Al is my most missed South Park character next to Chef.
We have all sorts of gay animals here at Big Gay Al's. Over here we have a gay lion.
Roar.
And we have gay water buffalo, gay hummingbirds. Here's a gaggle of gay gooses. Hi, fellas. It's so super to see you.
Wow, seems like the animals here are really happy.
Of course they are, silly buns. It's the one place where gay animals can really be themselves.
And I call them fudgems.
I want a fudgem.
I can just see the commercial now. Wife got you down, boss making you angry, kids yelling at you. Well, fudge 'em.
But while we have a decent group of confirmed queer characters living in South Park, there is a theory that a member of our quad of protagonists is also harboring feelings for a fellow boy. I am, of course, talking about the Cartman loves Kyle theory. Ship named Kyman. Don't want to think about how close that is to a certain other word. By the fandom, the theory and subsequent ship is pretty polarizing among fans simply due to the fact that they have almost only ever been shown to despise each other.
Ow! What the hell are you doing, Cartman? I'm kidding you, but unfortunately I could only afford a wiffle bat, so it's gonna take a while.
I want to slide in real quick and make it very clear that Cartman is not the show's morality compass. I've seen that mistaken quite a bit, and it's part of what I think has earned South Park the reputation that it has among certain people. Cartman is almost always an antagonist in every single episode that he's in, which is almost every single episode of South Park. He very frequently makes anti-Semitic remarks towards Kyle, and in many cases has been downright evil to him. And it has never been presented as a good thing or even remotely positive. Cartman is absolutely not the kid that you should be rooting for or emulating in any way. To be honest, I don't think you should be emulating anybody on South Park. They are all extremes for a reason, except maybe Stan, Kyle, and Kenny, they're pretty neutral when it comes to most things, but other than that. Do you have something to add? Thank you so much, Shem, for your words of encouragement. But the theory states that the reason Cartman is such a bastard to Kyle is because he secretly loves him, arguing that when little boys have feelings for a girl and they don't know how to handle those feelings due to inexperience, they end up being mean to them. Granted, I don't know how many boys have attempted to exterminate an entire ethnicity over a girl they liked, but this is South Park. Logic doesn't live here. That's kind of the point of the show. Now, the theory presents some evidence regarding Cartman's supposed feelings for Kyle, and leaving it at that alone, it's pretty convincing. We have episodes like Smuggler, in which Cartman risks his own life to save Kyle and his family's lives. In Cartman Finds Love, he literally spreads a rumor that he and Kyle are in a romantic relationship so that the new girl, Nicole, ends up with Tolkien instead of him.
Kyle, I love you, man. You can run all you want. Try to pretend you like girls, but damn it, when we kiss, there's magic. Don't let it go, Cal. I want to hold you every morning and love you every night, Cal. I promise you nothing but love and happiness. I swear, by the moon and the stars and the sky, I'll be there, Cal.
In Tonsil Trouble, Cartman gives Kyle HIV. Yeah. Not in the way you might be thinking, but at several points throughout the episode, the boys are mistaken for a couple, and Cartman never objects to it.
Oh, please, no reason. I got AIDS from him.
Oh, you boys are like that, huh?
No!
And overcoming all odds, these two brave friends...
Oh, stop! We're not friends. He's the one who infected me with AIDS.
These two brave lovers...
He does object to Jimmy Buffett shortly after he's mistaken for being with Kyle, though, so he clearly hates Jimmy Buffett more than he hates being called Kyle's lover.
And so, to honor these boys, here is Jimmy Buffett!
What? Oh, no!
Cure Burger in paradise! Cure Burger, there I said it twice!
Not only that, but in the same exact episode, we have this scene.
All right, now get the rope up over that third rafter above the window. That's the easiest access. Wow, you really know what you're doing. Yeah, I sneak into Kyle's room lots of times.
And this scene.
We're on our way, buddy. Magic Johnson, here we come. Don't touch me.
I don't know why I'm nodding my head back and forth, because I'm going to be showing this in a completely different, separate clip. It's not on screen, but anyway. There's also scenes like these in which Cartman is being strangely intimate with Kyle.
I've got a little plan going to get the treasure out of here without you ever knowing. Cartman? Oh, hey, Cal. How's it going? Yeah, but you still have it in you. You saved my life, Cal. Deep down inside, you're a monster. But you're my little monster.
And in the Imagination Land episodes, or movies, considering how you look at it, I consider them episodes, I don't consider them a movie, but they were intended to be a movie, I believe. Anyhow, in Imagination Land, Cartman resuscitates Kyle so that Kyle can fulfill his part of a bet he lost and suck Cartman's balls.
Oh, look at you go, Kyle! Oh, you dirty girl! You love those balls!
Yeah, Cartman 100% has something for Kyle. I don't know what that something is, but it's something, and it's probably not good. And it's not just one way. Kyle has been shown to care about Cartman too, even if it's very clearly just as a friend. Kyle risked his life to save Cartman from drowning.
I can't kick! Yes, you can! I can't kick, you just have to save me!
He saved him from being a Chupacabra sacrifice, saved him from being molested by Snooki, and even hugged him and cried with him in Kenny Dies. But whereas our pro-Kyman canonical moments are pretty limited, the evidence to the contrary is too immense to even list here. Let's not forget that Cartman has, on numerous occasions, attempted to murder, injure, or take advantage of Kyle, and Kyle, while typically being the voice of reason and more of a pacifist, has had his fair share of revenge against the little douchebag as well. Why are you screaming? You're so needy. Hi. Do you want up or no? Do you want up or no? Okay, you want down, so stop screaming at me. That being said, while this theory is pretty cherry-picked, it's still my absolute favorite South Park theory of all time. Cartman and Kyle would definitely not make a good couple though. Even as friends, their relationship is beyond toxic, and I don't see a single universe in which Kyle would realistically reciprocate Cartman's feelings for him, even in a show as ridiculous as South Park. While doing research on this theory, however, I came across the Kyman tags on AO3, and there are 2,622 fics under them. In comparison to my other two favorite ships on AO3, Morrison has 1,203 and Bloodweave has 1,231. I guess you could argue that South Park has been around so much longer and probably has a much larger fan base as a result, but it doesn't change the fact that there's more romance fics of these two elementary schoolers than there is of these two fantasy characters or these two cowboys. I haven't read any Kyman fics, by the way, although some part of me wants to. I'm a little concerned though. These tags kinda scare me, I'm not gonna lie. And I've read Dead Dove before. I mean, not willingly. I had no idea what Dead Dove was before I went into the fic, but still, I read it. I didn't like it, but I read it. So what are your thoughts on the Kyman theory? Do you think that there's something to it? Do you think that Cartman is secretly madly in love with Kyle? Would you like me to read Kyman fanfiction on my channel? Let me know. I got these at MegaCon, by the way. In conclusion, stay gay and love thy neighbor, especially if your neighbor is a hot guy with a sexy voice. I don't have one of those yet, but maybe one day. For now, I'll just have to settle for a sexy husband. Shim!